What is good with you guys today? It's your man Leandre in the cut. Sorry if I said shit that didn't make no sense to you, but today we have the best guide, in my opinion, because it's my video, to this new One Punch Man game. This One Punch Man game didn't even come out like not even 2 months ago. It's still like a month old so far. So if you guys want to join the Discord, it's in the description below. Make sure you use my link. I need them invites. Now before we obviously get into this, I recommend you guys using Twitter codes first before we get inside this beginner, guys. It will help you guys with most of the stuff that is happening inside the video. Now right here you see me typing in the code. I will put this in the description below so you guys can copy and paste it, so you cannot go through the trouble of trying to type it all in. If you can see right here, we only have 2 codes this game, but they're gonna release a new code because apparently on Twitter they hit about 60 followers from what the Discord said. Now if you guys wish to see my stats that I use with the Twitter codes, this is what I put right here. If you guys want to know just my stats just in case, I'll show them to you if anyone wants to know. Now over here, the Twitter codes don't only give you a lot of stat points, well not really a lot but decent amount. They also give you skill points too. I recommend using it on your first skill, which is obvious of course, because I'm gonna tell you this right now: upgrading your stats with the Twitter codes that you get will boost your farm a lot. It'll be so much easier to fight these people without no trouble, I promise. Now obviously I don't know if you guys do this, but in this game they have this thing called spawn points, which I just placed right there by pressing the yellow button. But if you want to do a keybind, it is the R button. Obviously I did mess up the recording in this, but what I did first is that I farmed most of the thugs, but later on I will show you guys how to easily level up yourself with all the yen that you got. It only costs 2k yen each, I'm pretty sure, or 1k, I do not know, I don't remember. Now obviously I'm pretty sure you guys already seen by the exp bars that every time you always hit them, your exp always goes up, and even when you kill them, your exp goes up even more. So either way, you're gonna get a lot of exp from each enemy depending on which enemy you fight. Now obviously you can't auto click it in the air, your XP doesn't go up that way, but as long as you do a hitbox on them, your XP goes up. Now one other tip that I want to tell you guys is that when you guys start out in this game, well for me personally, I would recommend mostly focusing on strength and stamina, because stamina plays a huge part, especially if you plan on using your powers a lot. But if you plan on just being a base fighter and just keep on clicking based on your strength, the stamina doesn't really apply to you much there. In my opinion, defense is not really so much when you're a beginner fighting these type of people, because you're mostly the one that hits them more when they hit you, to be honest. Like you can hit them like 10 times and they probably only hit you like 0 times or once. Me, for ability, I mean I'm more of like a click fighter, so obviously I'll upgrade strength way more than ability. Now obviously here's from ward 1 through 4 about how I rate the stats if you come out as a beginner, obviously. Now obviously when I'm done doing all the fighting and I get to level 2 and upgrade my stats a bit more, I start setting quests, start beating up people, but I mostly decline them and just go on with my grind to defeat them by myself, because the XP isn't worth it. Well, it doesn't even give XP, it just gives yen. Now, moving on to the actual important shit, what I recommend you guys doing is that once you keep on upgrading your stats, just keep on farming these people until you get to a good level. Because if you want to get to the next stage, you well, you don't have to be level 75, but there are enemies that are level 75, and she was pretty hard for me to beat. But luckily that I set spawn points, because if you ever die, make sure that you always set a spawn point so you can just come back and just finish him off so no one doesn't take your kill. Now what I usually do is that I farm these thugs for like a good minute till I get like level 5 or 6, and then I start farming the mini boss with the quest, because it gives you yen on top of that. But I want to go over something with you guys that will give you well that will get you guys from like level 8 all the way to level 20 with just within a minute. And no, it's not a scam, obviously, it's very reasonable. Now I'm gonna show you guys here how I fight the boss. Obviously I already set my spawn point, but I'm currently level 5 trying to fight him with the quest that I have right now, and you're gonna see that I go from level 5 all the way through 8. Now obviously you see I die here, but for an example, if you see right there where my spawn point was, right here, I can just spawn in and then just go back. Now obviously I have my first skill, that was a bad aim, but I have esper, so once we're done, you just keep on fighting him. Well, once you're done spawning, it says my spawn, and by the way, the spawn point does not go away. If you see on the bottom right, it says I am level 8. Now I'm going to finally get into how you guys can level up quick with how much yen that you have without even trying to train. All it does require a few clicks and then you're basically done. So first things first that you guys do is that you click on the shop right here, then you see right here we click yenny, and then over here we have these types of items that you can buy in colors too. Now if you can see right here, I have 6k yen, but due to my farming I went from 5k all the way to 6k. So when you put in the Twitter codes, you only have 5k yen. So right here, these advanced weights only cost 2,000, so you can only buy one of them and you can head on out. Now one thing is that you can't train with these forever. These are only limited, but if you can see right here, look at my experience, goes up super quick. Now obviously after doing these for like a few 30 seconds or whatever, my experience went up by a lot. But obviously your training weight is going to break after some time with training with it. So obviously you're gonna have to go to the shop and buy it back up again. Make sure that you always farm the quest. Make sure that you always have enough to buy the weights. Now obviously after some time for me training with the weights, I have gained my second skill for my esper and my rock throw, and obviously gain a lot more stat points, which help me with my strength, defense, ability, and stamina. So now I can start using more abilities at the same time. Well, not really at the same time, but I'm pretty sure you can spam the abilities if you have a lot of stamina. So basically, when you guys are a beginner, make sure that you always type in the Twitter codes, upgrade your stats, and then keep on farming the thugs till you get to a good level for that one. Once you do that, you move on to the mini boss. Make sure you find the quest so you get more money you get, more advanced weight you get, and then the more level you get, and then you can just keep on moving on. You can just keep on repeating the same steps if you want. Now of course, when you're higher, I don't know if this specifically works, but I don't know if the advanced weights will work as much when you get a higher level. I have to try that later on once I keep on grinding this game. This is basically going to be it for the guide. This was basically a guide for beginners who started. If you guys want another guide, feel free to tell me, like an advanced one, like how to gain your rep or whatever, do this and that, how to like actually grind out when you're like more advanced, which it's probably like the same one as a beginner. But if you guys want to see that, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. We on the road to 100. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.